Welcome back to my channel. And today, excuse me, it is story time of the story of my first cell phone. Probably early 2000s. They weren't even smartphones yet, just cell phone. So, um, I don't know where to begin. Well, the plan was for this day was me going and getting a cell phone. I had no idea what it was gonna take, but I had saved up like 300-400 bucks. I was making $7.25 an hour minimum wage. That was a lot of money. I was like, oh, definitely gonna be able to get a cell phone for that. So I cruise over to Verizon, and so I go in Verizon. I'm like, yo, I want a cell phone. They're like, okay, we got to run your credit and stuff like that, get your info. So we do all that, and I'm like, yeah, it's going great. And so they come back and they go, yeah, you don't have no credit. So, you know, or I didn't have any credits. My credit score was like 400, which is garbage. Right? You shut up, droid. And so I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, well, you're gonna have to give us a deposit. I'm like, how much is the deposit? And they're like 500-600 bucks or something like that. And I'm like, man. And then I'm like, well, how much is the phone? And they're like, yeah, the phones are like 300-400 bucks. So they were basically telling me, uh, put $1,000 in my hand and you can have a cell phone. And I'm like, dude, I can't do that. And so I'm asking questions. I'm like, yo, man, like, well, when do I get the deposit back? And basically gave me some bullshit ass runaround bullshit that basically added up to me. I'm not getting my deposit back. And I'm sitting there going, telling the dude, I'm going, that's not a deposit. That's not how a deposit works. You give a deposit at some point in time, agreed upon time, you get the deposit back. And they're like, yeah, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, I'm not going to just give you that kind of money just to have. And I'm like, I don't even have that much money anyway. So I'm like, man, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, motherfucker, Verizon. Verizon ain't shit. They can eat a fucking dick. I'm not saying it to the dudes. I know it's company policy and it ain't the person behind the counter. So I'm like, I'm thinking that, but I'm like, all right, whatever. So I bounce. I go outside and I'm all sad and butt hurt. And my whole day is just gone. Like, that was the whole point of my day off, on the weekend. It's like supposed to get the cell phone. Right. I'm like 20 something years old, so I'm like, man, that's the biggest letdown ever. I was like, because back then, not everybody had cell phones, and at that time, I could see why not everybody had cell phones. You had to have good credit. I don't even think the phone store even checks people's credit checks anymore. So I'm outside in the car and I'm like, man, motherfuck Verizon, these motherfuckers, right? Because now I'm not sad anymore. I'm fucking angry at these motherfuckers, right? I went through the whole process. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go cruise over to Walmart and go spend some cash, right? The shopping spree, that'll make me feel better, right? Just I'm like, yeah, so I get to Walmart, cruising around Walmart. I'm like, I'm gonna check out the electronics. I was supposed to buy a cell phone, which is electronics. So maybe I'll buy something else. And then, so I'm just walking through the electronics area, and I look over on the shelf, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's that? What is that? Is that a cell phone? Right. And I'm like, yo, so I grab it off the shelf and I go over to the guy at the Walmart counter there. And I'm like, yo, man, is this a cell phone? This isn't like a toy or something? At that time, I think track phone was barely coming out. And I didn't know what it was. He's like, yeah, that's a cell phone. He's like, yeah, we're looking at the box. He's like, yeah, you got to buy these cards for it, right? You can just put minutes on the phone, and it's a phone, and it's like I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, it's only like $50, and then you pay like another like $40 or something for like 120 minutes. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, what? So now I'm happy, right? I went from being the saddest day of my life to now I'm happy. I actually found a cell phone. And how I found this one, I was just cruising eBay, and I'm like, just cruising eBay, right? Browsing. And I'm like, wait a minute. I recognize that phone. So it's not every day that you get to. And so it's only $30. And so I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, oh, but wait, there's more. If you hack now, you get a second one for free. So I got two of them. I have this one. This one is I didn't have that one. So I'm gonna unbox my first cell phone ever again on YouTube. There was no such thing as YouTube. YouTube wasn't even a thought at this time. Uh, yeah, so that's like the story of my saddest, most happiest day ever. And I remember it very well because like it was such a emotional roller coaster that at first I was sad and mad because like I can't get the cell phone because Verizon being dicks, right? So we'll open up one. We'll open up this one. And to this day, I still have a little bit of animosity in my heart for Verizon. I don't think that's ever gonna go away. I thought that was complete bullshit. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't mad that they try to charge me a lot of money, but I was mad because they're like, yeah, it's a deposit, but you never get the deposit back. So I gotta try and figure out. So I want to save the packaging, so I gotta try and um. Oh, this one has pull tabs. Let's open up this one. Hopefully, I can get this one open with. It's a little bit cracked. That's why I was trying to see if this one had uh pull tabs of some sort. Oh dang, this plastic is so brittle. I found a seam. But I wanna open this one. I wanna try and open it. I might have to edit because I'm gonna try and open this without damaging the package too much. I want to be able to put it back in there. This is probably nobody probably cares about this. This video is for me. This video is for me only. But if other people enjoy it, well, hey, like hit me up in the comments and let me know if you have an interesting story as to your first cell phone. Like young people these days, they didn't have to go through something like that nowadays. Even my kids, you just buy the cell phone for them, and here you go. Like, I don't even think my parents had cell phones at that time. Jeez, come on, I want to open this without damaging the package. Uh, um, let's open the other one. Just for the sake of saving time, let's see if this pull tab even works. Oh, it does. This plastic's so brittle. Oh shit! Come on. Let's keep this. Let's keep it on the seam. I'm just kind of curious, like, Wow, this is not that often that you get to relive a memory like that and actually have the product in your hand. Like, hey, look how small that is. Yo, that's tiny. Why do I got a line going up my screen? Oh well, fuck it. Oh, dude, look how tiny that screen is. I want to try and see that. Try and put it back on. Hey, look how tiny that. Does it have a camera? No, it doesn't have a camera. I'm trying to think if mine had a camera because this one's a little bit different. I wonder if it. Hell. Oh dang! It's got a. Can you see it in there? It's a barrel jack. It's not even USB. Dang! Oh, this is awesome. Ooh, let's get this battery in there. It's my first cell phone, yo. This is awesome. Motorola, of course. I've been doing Motorola phones ever since. Oh, it's got power. Yo. Did it die already? Oh, it died. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have to plug that in. Let me put the back on it. I might actually walk around with this. Just because. Oh, jeez. All right, let me get the plug out. I want to plug this in. I want to play with it and see what the OS looks like. I don't even remember. It's been so long. Yeah, because after I had that phone, this phone for like a year, maybe 2 years, and then this new company here in the Central Valley came out with uh it was I think it was only in the Central Valley at that time. This new phone store was called Cricket, and so Cricket didn't want to charge me crazy like Verizon did. Um, so I ended up getting this one. Not this one. I got this one like at a yard sale or something last week for like $2. I was like, yeah, I'll take it, missing the battery and shit. But yeah, I ended up with a Razor. Anybody from back in those days probably had a Razor. Ah, hold on. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get some charge going on it. Oh man. All right, where do I plug it in? Plug it in here. Is that the headphone or is that the plug? Oh, there's the plug. Let's see if it works. It says charging. We'll let that charge for a minute. Maybe get enough power. We'll look at the at the at the stuff. We'll look at the stuff here. And turn track phone on. Contact track to activate. Yeah, I think I had to use my mom's house phone at the time to call them. Terms and conditions. Dang, that's like a phone book, yo. We're not gonna open that. Normally, I don't look at the usual books and shit. Dang, look at this manual. Look how. Come on, come on, camera. You can see that. Look how big that is. I wonder if it tells you like how to do everything. It does. Dang. Yeah, you don't get nothing like this. Look at that. Dang. Oh, I wonder if it came with a card. Oh, it comes with a little bag. Uh, recycling center. Like you can put your old cell phone in there and send it to them. All right, let's try and move some of this trash out of the way. Hopefully, we got enough juice on the phone to turn it on and see if we can see the OS. Yo, I was like, hey man, like, track phones kind of ghetto these days, but back then that was like amazing. I think a lot of people had track phones back then because people like Verizon and Sprint and shit were fucking tripping. Think people gotta pay that kind of money. Come on. Yeah, okay, that thing's loud too. Yeah, that was a shitty ass screen. Airtime card due. Yeah, 2001. uh, searching. I wonder if it's gonna get a signal. Like, cause I'm sure track phone's still around, but they probably use. I think this is maybe a 2G, maybe a 3G phone, and that don't exist anymore. Yeah, it's not getting. I can't tell. Man, this was amazing at the time. I don't know what I pushed. It says, please wait. What did I hit? Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's got a signal up there in the top corner. Let's see if you guys, see if we can see it. It looks like, dang it, piece of junk. Oh, now you can't see nothing. Let's do that again. Oh, phone book. Yeah, because we want the white back. It looks like it's got a signal. Um, menu. No. Menu. Where's the menu? Phone book. Recent calls. Games. Games? Oh shit. Spring ball football? Alright, let's play some John Madden on this. It's like it's a soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football. What else we got? So we got spring ball. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to see. Um, it's a breakout or whatever. Alright. How do I exit? Okay, yeah, there we go. New record name. No. Back. Exit. Uh, maze. I probably played these games for hours too. I hit the wrong button. It's just a maze. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hey, what's that thing following me? Oh, it got me. Alright, you're supposed to outrun that thing. Alright, that's cool. I was trying to see if there was any way to uh, find out if it's got a signal. Maybe in settings. Phone status. Yeah, that's what we want. That's all there is? Oh, that's what's in call setup. My caller ID. Uh, Man, I don't even remember how to use this. Well, we're done looking at it. That's that's it. Oh, it says no service right there on the front. Uh, yeah, no Wi-Fi or nothing. Um, yo, that's crazy. This is what we had for cell phones back in the early 2000s, kids. This you had this, or you was able to get one of these. These right here were the fucking shit at the time for a long time until Apple invented the smartphone, and that just killed this. Because before the iPhone, everybody had one of these. If you was somebody, you had this. It's the Motorola Razr, and so that's a dope. I'm gonna let it charge. All right, well, thanks for watching. That's my story and my actual Well, that I didn't have that one. I had this one, but I'm sure they're exactly the same. So I don't think I had a camera on my phone until like my second phone when I got this one, and then you can actually like kind of browse the internet a little bit back in the day when they had mobile web pages, kinda, kinda, and it was a shit. He was like, "Yo, look at me, I'm on the internet, yo." Like, nah, not really compared to nowadays. So, yeah, yeah. Thanks for watching. Um, yeah, hit me up in the comments if you got my first cell phone or my first iPhone, or you know what I mean, like, you know, younger people, like their first phone was probably like the iPhone 1 or something like that. And it wasn't even the iPhone 1 yet; it was just called the iPhone. Mm, that's probably like how often do you get to like just get, and I got two of them, and it was $30. I mean, yeah, a little pricey for the memory, but hey, it is what it is, and it is a great memory of the story of my first iPhone, and of course I've been doing Motorola phones ever since, and actually, um, sorry Motorola, but I need an on-screen fingerprint reader, so I took a chance on getting another phone. It's OnePlus 9 Pro. I'll probably do a video on that. Yeah, see how it goes. I mean, yeah, I need the on-screen fingerprint reader, and for some reason Motorola doesn't want to have a fingerprint reader on screen, front facing on screen fingerprint readers. What I'm talking about, they want it on the side. Uh, that's what mid range and budget phones do, fingerprint sensor on the side. So, but anyway, enough rant about that. Hopefully, they'll get their shit together, and I can go back to a Motorola phone soon, or maybe a couple years or so. But anyway, I'll save that for the other video. And thanks for watching. Hit me up with your stories. I mean, if you got a story about your first cell phone, like, hit it and type it up in the comments. So, other than that, thank you for watching. See you on the next one.